Alrighty, it says we're live and Judy Pine is already here. Check that out. How's it going, Judy? As per usual, we are waiting until a few minutes until a couple more people get in the chat. Today is show number 25, and it is after the May 20th episode of the Ramsey Show, in which Dave is back from the Entree Leadership event in Dallas. And no word on tomorrow, whether it's going to be a new show or a replay or not. Tina says, get fired up, Steve. I can't get that fired up. I'm not sitting on $300 million, so I don't have anything to I don't have anything to fight with if anybody sues me. Oh man. Alrighty, Sid, did you want to be on audio today, dog? If you have any questions, go ahead and type them in the chat there. Any questions or comments, and I will get to them. I have some things to talk about. Probably not as many as I should have, as per usual. But Sid had zero time to prepare anything. Well, do you want to talk anyway? You don't have to. If you want to take the day off from audio, Sid, no problemo. No, that's fine. Honey? No. It's Henne, right? Henne. Answering 2 of 40 calls is not enough, Sid. Sid is talking about her coworker that's on vacation now, although it doesn't even not supposed to start till next week. All right. Tina says she's live from the hammock in Sheba. She's the queen of Sheba because she got a hammock and remote control blinds in the same week. And so that's just too much extravagance. So, welcome, Kaylin. I think, is it Kaylin or Callan? Sorry if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. I do have fun money in the things to talk about, AJ. Thank you. What up, Margaret? Thanks for coming. What up, Flash? Thanks for coming. How you feeling, Flash? You gonna make it? All right, we're 3 minutes and 15 seconds in, so I guess I better get to singing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sydney. Happy birthday to you. Do 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 do. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show where we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it and all things financial. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. Joining me today as moderator and not live on audio today, maybe tomorrow, is Sydney, the birthday girl. It's not Sydney, it's Sydney. I pronounced it incorrectly. You can schedule a free coaching consultation assessment by emailing your contact info to CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can also reach me on the Grump, that's Instagram, at Coach Steve Money, no spaces. If you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, like I made it better by spending $25 on this desk mic. Sound is a lot better now. If you'd like to do that, you can send to CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com via PayPal. I'm not eligible for monetization or for receiving super chats or anything like that until I get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watched within a calendar year. So we're working on that. Let me catch up with the chat. Oh, Sydney's leaving. Why are you leaving? Because I started singing happy birthday? Oh, the way I said it, I can't remember which one I said. Did I say Kaylin first or Callan? I don't remember which one I said. I'm sorry. All righty. Yes, definitely happy birthday, Sid. We appreciate it. And definitely good luck on the interview next week. And she is 12 years old. How old are you again? Today is National Millionaire Day. Is that true? Judy says. Well, then Tina gets to celebrate twice because she's an EDM X2. Net worth over 2 mil. So, yeah, Kaylin, it's hard. Or Callan. Again, I can't remember which one I said. I'm so sorry. Yes, look at all the bags that Tina has. Absolutely. Yeah, it's difficult. The subs are probably going to be more of a problem than the 4,000 hours watched now, especially because it'll add up if I'm doing this show every single day. Well, that'll add up in addition to my other stuff that I do on computer repair and video gaming and such. And I think my daughter is going to play a co-op video game called It Takes Two with me, and we'll probably put that online as well, maybe through Twitch and YouTube. We'll see how it goes. The host today on the Ramsey Show was Dave Ramsey Solo. He was back from the Entree Leadership event in Dallas, and he did a whole hour at the end, and the last hour in the video, that would be the last 40 minutes of the video today, crusading against timeshares because they pissed him off. He's trying to have an event, apparently, in Dallas, and Inside Edition did a ambush attempt at an interview with him, and he didn't take too kindly to that. The dadgum count today was 3, including 1 in the final hour, but 2 before that. There was 1 duh and 1 off the chain. And as I said, plus a crazy third hour condemning timeshares. The $10 book sale is going on through May 31st on the Ramsey Solutions store. The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey and Debt Free Degree by Anthony O'Neill are 2 that I have personally read and highly recommend. There's also an additional 2-day sale happening now on some items like audiobooks that are discounted even further. If you have any questions or any comments or anything, go ahead and type them in the chat, and I will get to them. I have a couple things to talk about, and first up would be the market report. The Dow is up 0.55%. That means 0.5%. The other indices, INDICES, love that word. That's plural for index. The other indices are up even more. Blue chip was up 1.77%. So that would be more than the Dow, which is what Bill's VTSAX is, a total market share index fund. And so there you go. Even more proof that was right. And I hope he didn't actually cash that out if he even owned it in the first place. And the reason it went up today is because jobless claims were declined more than expected. And so jobless claims also at a new pandy low. That's short for pandemic. Yeah, let's see. Did Joy ever get on? Joy did not get on that I know of. I didn't notice if she did. And so I will try to get her on here to see if she will talk about her. I can never find a sweet spot with the camera. Maybe that'll work better. Yeah, so I'll try to get Joy on to tell us about her timeshare experience. It doesn't. I don't know if she's doing the millennial or whatever she is, Generation Z or whatever she is, over exaggeration of it. But she said she almost died in there, guys. And I'm sure there would be some tears emojis right now if she were actually in the chat. Let's see. Flash says Redefining Anxiety is on sale. That is a quick read by Mr. John Deloney. And that is indeed on sale in there as well. Kaylin or Callan, I'm sorry, I don't remember what I said, and you said it was right. Oh, yeah, the envelope wallet thing is only $5 for today and tomorrow. All right. Too bad. Looked like I think Ma just told her to call in. I don't think he has a way to like get somebody on like that. And Tina says, hit those thumbs up, friends. Yes. Appreciate all the likes and subscriptions. Again, I'm a long way from being anywhere near monetization. But I mean, that'd be great if that could happen. If I could, I'd love to tell my son, hey, I just ran my mouth for, X amount of time. And I got this $20 for doing it, for talking. Imagine that. So, because he certainly doesn't pay me. He gets it for free. Let's see. New Pandy Low on that. Oh, let's see what else we got to talk about. The number of 401k and IRA millionaires hits a record this week, is 1 year after the COVID was introduced to us. Fidelity says it broke the previous record set in the first quarter of 2021, so it was already a record, and then today it's gone up even more. And the reason is because people are doing more saving to hedge against pandies and such. And this is what your hedge is saving more money or investing more, not trying to invest in something different and volatile like gold or the Bitcoin, which crypto was up again a little bit today since Elon Musk made some kind of Doge tweet. He said, how much is that Doge in the window? So people thought that meant he was pro it again, despite the fact that Tesla is not taking it for payment any longer, and they have reduced their crypto holdings. Let's see. The market crashed from February 20th, 2020 to April 7th, 2020. The overall drop was 33%. And, of course, that scared a bunch of people, just like they were scared in 2008, just like they were scared every other time. And the people that cashed out during that time lost money. The people that left the money in and or kept buying during that time made a lot of money, including myself. I kept buying during all of that time. And the market came back. Not only came back in record time, it went to a new high as well. So that's that. That's why you don't cash out ever. You can cash out in retirement when you retire. Retirement approved when you get to retirement age. Or if you have enough to retire on, obviously. Alrighty, let's see. AJ is so annoyed. He was still in 2 and 3 when the market died during COVID. Yeah, that's the way you needed to look at it, AJ. I mean, even though I know you couldn't get in on it, but when the market goes down like that, you have to change your mindset and say, oh no, that looks bad. I'm not going to do that. You have to think, oh, that's on sale. That is awesome. You still don't really, you don't try to time it, and you don't say, oh, that's way low now, I need to put all of my extra money into it. You don't take money from the emergency fund. You don't borrow money, obviously. You don't take it out of kids' college fund. You just, if you have an extra 5% or something like that, maybe you put it in. But of course, the Ramsey way would be to continue kid college, which is baby step 5, and baby step 6 is pay off mortgage. So he would recommend you stay at 15% until both of those are taken care of. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, Jesse is a lot easier than Colin. Oh, it's Colin. Okay, Colin. I got you. Jesse is a friend. Yeah, I know he's been a good friend of mine. All right. You don't want me to do singing here. Coaster count equals drink count. That's right. Dave had one cup and he had one coaster. Dave always uses a coaster. I wonder if Mrs. Ramsey has anything to do with that habit. Oh, let's see what else we got. So we talked in the chat today. Speaking of Joy, she's finding it hard to spend money. She's almost in baby step 4. And she's finding it hard to spend money on fun things or even house things, et cetera, because she's so used to living on a stripped down budget and paying off debt and filling emergency fund. Now that that's almost done, she's having a tough time loosening the reins, as was said in the chat, in the Ramsey Show chat today. So hard to spend money on fun things once step 3 is done. So while in baby steps 1 through 3, you change your mindset to getting out of debt is the only thing, and you're gazelle intense, and you're running towards getting out of debt, and you don't stop for extra spending. You don't you don't eat out, you don't go to restaurants, cook at home. You don't have cable or subscriptions or Netflix or any of that. You put all that on debt and get out. And then even after you're out of debt, you still don't have anything between you and Murphy, which is Murphy's Law. Anything can go wrong will go wrong. So you don't have anything between you and Murphy except your $1,000 emergency fund. So you want a full emergency fund. Sorry, itchy. Full emergency fund. And so you need to keep up that gazelle intensity until you get a full emergency fund of 3 to 6 months expenses. You can go towards the lower end of that, 3 months, if you have no life drama or no job drama, if you're all stable there. Excuse me. Or you can go up to 6 months if you have, if you're female, you might be more apt to, not trying to be sexist, you might be more apt to want to be more safe and go towards the 6 month, 6 months of expenses for an emergency fund. And so when you get out of that and you have the 3 to 6 months emergency fund and you're at step 4, which is investing, and then at that point you can start taking it a little easy. And but I was telling AJ today, I think is who I was specifically addressing in the chat, but you're focusing so hard on that step 2 and 3, and then once you get to step 4, it's probably easy for you to slide. Well, okay, now it's step 4 and 5 and 6, so it's easy to slide that into the same step 2 and 3 mindset. And so that's why so many people call Dave and ask for permission to spend money a lot of times, and then they get accused of, this is a humble brag call. He just wanted to say he has money, and that's not what it is. Some people, I didn't really have a problem with that. I I just don't want to spend money. I just don't want to do anything that costs a lot of money right now. So, but of course I did start college saving for my kid. He starts in like a year and 3 months. He'll be in community college. So, and I only started saving for him about a year and a half ago. So it'd only be 3 years total before he actually starts community college. Fortunately, I already have enough for him to do the first year, and his mom has some for him as well. So that's the good story on that. But that's how that can happen, is you just get so used to not spending money, and you just can't adjust afterwards, even though it's good for you to do that. I mean, you don't need to spend a lot of money on something you're not going to have fun at, but if you're going to have fun at it, it's worth it to just relax. And let's see, and I thought of a good way for to transition into freer spending, which is a word, freer. Spending might be to start sinking funds, and in that way, like especially for expensive thing, you're not having it as a one budget line item where in 1 month you're taking out thousands of dollars for a vacation. Instead, before that, you're doing savings specifically for that, and that's what's called a sinking fund. And so you save a little bit per month, and then that way you feel like you work for it more. So that might be a way to get something out of that. To way to transition to the spending. Yeah. So you won't believe that, but that's all I got. And I'm sure I talked too fast again. Yep, 21 minutes and 50 seconds. And I've run through all of my stuff. Let's see. I gotta scroll back. You guys been typing today, Doug. Jesse already sang Jesse's Girl. Who is it, AJ, that said they budgeted $10 of fun money a month? Flash said she likes what Dave said a while ago with baby steps 1, 2, and 3. Intense, and then the rest are intentional. That's right. Maddie Baggs asked if I'm still hopping to it. That's a thing Menards does. Instead of hiring extra temporary employees, they ask they incentivize the current employees to work a few more hours a week. And so you get a bonus for, the problem is I keep moving. When I go to read the chat, I'm up here. And then when I was reading my notes, I'm down here. So I'll figure out this YouTube stuff one day, guys. So yes, I still am hopping to it. And for part-time, if you work 30 hours a week if you work 25 hours a week between, I think it's like five or 6 weeks, ending the first week of June, you get $250 worth of store credit. Not like a store credit card, but it's like a check, but you can only use it at the store. So it's kind of like they give you cash, but you can only use it at the store, which that's okay. That's where I get my pizza from anyway. Sid says single income families or sales career families may want the 6 month more practically, where government workers may only need 3 months. Right, because your government job is never going to go away, most likely. But yeah, definitely sales, if you're doing commissions or something like that, or you have hills and valleys in your income, that's where you would definitely go to a 6 month emergency fund. Yep. Tina says 4, 5, and 6 feels very slow, very intentional money movement going on. Yes. And that's the way it goes. Very intentional. AJ says definitely was an interesting transition to 4, 5, and 6. Felt weird spending on things. Oh, it might have felt weird, but you did it, didn't you, AJ? You bought some stuff. You were telling me about some toys. It wasn't that much, though, I don't think. Sid says 4, 5, 6 won't feel any different than 2 and 3 for them unless their income goes up. That's the thing. Yep. Tina says she still hasn't decided what to do with the 3K checking buffer I have. Sigh. Are you just going to let it stay there and be a 3K checking buffer? I mean, that's extra emergency fund that could go to the mortgage, and you'd be 3K closer to being completely out of debt, being a real millionaire then. Millionaire 2X then. And then you won't feel shame from all the other millionaires that are in the chat. Let's see. Tina, reduce it by $100 a month till it makes you anxious. That's a good idea. That's some slow burning right there, Sid. That's a good idea. Make it be $2,900 this month. Ooh, and then $2,800, and see when she starts getting when you start getting hives, then you can leave it in there. That's so funny. Tina says probably put another 1K to the mortgage at least. AJ opted for 6 months emergency fund. AJ's business is seasonal and winter gets thin. I hear you, AJ. That was wise. Tina says, ironically enough, Inside Edition is on at 7 p.m. Wonder if Lisa will make an ambush appearance today. You might, or they might. I don't know if that's on the weekends. They may show the footage from whatever they shot there, if they were even allowed to. I mean, if they don't have a reservation there, I mean, I think legally they could be charged with trespassing in a hotel, maybe, or a convention center, if they don't have tickets for the event. I don't know about the legal ramifications of that. I did not watch much LA Law, and I am behind on Better Call Saul. So maybe one day I'll get back to that. Ellie says we do 6 months because we have been off work for 6 months before. Well, there you go. Hannah says you could buy some pillows. Hannah loves the pillows at Menards. AJ says I sold my soul to the company store. Yes. I can't sing that low, I don't think. At least not without preparing. 8 to 10 until you're at EDM, AJ? Years or months? Probably years. Jessie says she would go for the whole 6 months whole 6 months of savings, because more protection is always better to me, but that's because I'm used to not having what I need. Yeah, that'll do it. And AJ says years. I was just trying to pump you up there, AJ. But yeah, I mean, it's like a protection. You're trying to protect yourself. Your safety gland, which I think has been scientifically proven that women do have that more so than men. Forgive me if I'm wrong about that. I have 0 PhDs in any of that stuff or anything at all. Sydney decided on 6 months with a minimum of 4. So if we have an emergency that brings us under 4, we go back to baby steps 3. Baby step 3, not steps. AJ like that. All right. If anybody has anything else they'd like to comment about, or I'm caught up with the chat. If you have any questions for me, you can save Sid the questions for the next time she's live on audio. Again, maybe tomorrow. We'll see how that is. But once again, you can email me, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. for a free financial. What do I have on there? Oh, that's the metal piece of the zipper thing. Where was I? CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com for a free financial coaching consult, an assessment, and that's free always for everyone. Right now, I have an assignment from Ramsey Preferred Coaching Boot Camp to get 20 no's. I got my first no already from Pizza Princess, my coworker at the Menards. She was not interested in that at all. She's debt free. She never had debt. She paid cash for her car, so she was probably going to be fine anyway. But she declined that. So, you know who I should ask? My daughter. That would be cool. I'll do that too. Maybe I can do it while we're playing the game, although that might take away the fun from the game. Also, you can get me on the Instagram. Oh, I didn't finish. The assignment from Ramsey Preferred Coaching is to get 20 no's and to actually coach 5 people, whether it's paid or unpaid, and so that you can talk about what happened with each of them. And the 20 no's, I guess, is just so you get used to being told no, because some people just aren't going to pay you to help them. They think they can do it themselves. I'm sure some people can do it themselves, just like I did. Although Dave does say even the coaches have coaches. He has a coach. So also you can donate to the channel to make it better. You can donate questions or stuff for me to talk about also by emailing that same email, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can also use that email address to donate to the channel. For probably the next thing I get would be a new webcam, maybe lights. The mic was not that expensive, but I think it's a lot better than it was. I'd love to be able to use my phone, my smartphone, for filming this, but YouTube doesn't let you do mobile live streams until you also hit that monetization mark of 1,000 subs. That's subscriptions, not sandwiches or submarines. And the 4,000 hours watched. And I believe I'm at like as of this morning, I was at 167, something like that. I lost some subscribers, like 2 or 3 of them, because they were all Bill. And Bill's mad because I'm not letting him participate anymore. And he came in the chat, was it yesterday or day before that? And I was like, I unsubbed and I unliked a lot of your videos. Let me participate. That's not the right way to do it, by the way. But anyway, so he's out. Man, I'm surprised he's not trying to come back in on another account or something. But, oh well. Let's see what else we got. Free coach session includes what? What's a coaching session like? All right. Well, basically, the coaching consult is basically just looking at your numbers, kind of like what Dave does on the show, but a little bit more in depth. You have more time to talk about it. Sometimes you would listen to the client more to give more details about how if they want to talk about it, about how they got into the mess to begin with. I'm a big believer in moving forward, though, so I would probably try to get them off of that and start looking towards the future. But sometimes it helps people to talk about it. So you just gotta play that by ear. And so basically we do. I mean, it's difficult because the people that are in the chat every day, and like Maddie Baggs has offered to be one of my one of the people that I coach. And the problem with you guys that watch the show every day is you probably know everything that I know or more, even could be more even about it. And it could be, the consultation could be as easy as, well, this is what we recommend. We recommend the baby steps. And, and some people could say, oh, well, you gave me a list. I can do that. I don't need to pay you for anything anymore. But the idea is that the coach would be there if you need hand holding through that process, which I've done that myself. So I'm an expert at doing that. Diet Coke today, not water. So, and the free consult is where you basically, like I said, just do what Dave does on the show. And that's where, he does the calculations there. He has all the formulas right there. He could probably do it with just a hashtag yellow pad, but he may even have like the formulas right there on the page for doing it. And you just tell them, well, you could have this, and this, and then if you get out of debt and you have an emergency fund, and then you send 15% to, and then you tell them that, then you could have this much by retirement. And you find out what their goals are and such. So it could be just as easy as you tell them, well, this is what we would recommend there. And, some, like I said, some people would say, oh, well, I can do that. I don't need you. And so in that case, I would say, okay, if you need any help, you know where I am. So, and the actual coaching thing is going to be more than the consultation. So, like, I would have more than one meeting with each of these 5 people. If I can find somebody that'll pay me for it, great. But if not, I just do want to get that done for the Ramsey Preferred, because then that's supposed to give you some recommendations from that, people that call into Ramsey Solutions and they say, I need a financial coach. Since everything's Zoom based these days, I don't know if it's so much more by area. It may be. They would possibly only give me people from Columbus and the surrounding area. But mostly it's still done through Zoom these days still. And that may change. So, but I just want to get through this as quick as I can and show them that I'm worthy of being a Ramsey Preferred coach. Do I time limit it? We got too many details. After it got to probably do an hour, Ellie, I would say, well, aren't you guys getting hungry or something? Yeah. It's more of a feel on that. It's probably like an hour would probably be the longest consultation that would be needed. So if your husband is okay with sharing a story, I would be okay, especially since I don't use my real name. Well, of course. Sure. Actual Diet Coke appearance, Sydney said. Yes. Yep. All right. Yeah. Clear it with him, and then send me email, coachstevemoney@gmail.com. And Matty Bags, I forgot to say he needs to clear it with his wife as well. And then Maddie, if you're listening to this, email me as well with your contacts. I think you might have said your email before, but I don't think I have it. So let's see. AJ went with initials as a slight layer of anonymity. Yeah, I don't have much anonymity. So hopefully any stalkers don't have a lot of money to be able to fly here. Hope not. HRH of Sheba. Tina's changing her name one day. We could probably use coaching since we have been doing this so many years. Well, yep, like I said, just clear it with the old man. I'm assuming for Maddie's that, I mean, I don't know. His wife may want to join in as well. but I would assume that I'd probably just be talking to him, but would basically be using real numbers and such, and just so I could give them accurate picture of what's going on and what they could do if they did Dave recommendations, and what they would do if they did what they're doing now. EDM 456. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one, Tina. HRH is for non-queen king. HRM would be, Her Royal Majesty. I see. HRH, His Royal Highness. I got it now. Got it. All righty. So hot in here now. It gets hot because of the servers in the other room. And so turn the AC up. And then I get cold. And then I put a jacket on and get hot. That is the horror of my life, kids. 41 minutes. All right. Any other questions? So as I said, I only have maybe 2 people now out of the 5 that I need to coach. So free offer for that. Definitely, it's free for anybody for the consultation, and then at least one coaching session after that, and that would be geared specifically to your goals and details that were revealed in the consultation. That's why we do the consultation. Archer is fabulous, Sid. She said she would change her name to Mallory Archer, but she doesn't have that much disdain in her spirit. I don't think anybody does. That's a lot of disdain for that lady. Archer is awesome. And of course, Archer started doing, they had one season or so, maybe it blended into a second season of it, but they had one season where they said phrasing instead of that's what she said. Basically the same thing. So I did a lot of that. I did a lot of that while I was playing World of Warcraft and Rift, by the way. Anything people would type in, I would be like, that's what you said, or phrasing. Yeah. Do I want ants? Is that Archer says that about, or she said that when somebody drops something, some food or something? It does sound like something she would say, but I could hear Archer saying it as well. There's a YouTube clips of him like reviewing Bond movies, and where like other Secret Service agents from movies and stuff make guest appearances on there. So they say every time. It sounds kind of familiar. Yeah. It sounds kind of, I mean, it definitely sounds in their style. That's how I could easily hear that, Sid, about the do you want ants? But again, I'm behind on that too. Behind on so much TV. Before I started watching the Ramsey Show and being in the Ramsey Show chat room all day, I just watched tons of movies and TV shows. So I'm behind on a lot of them now. All right, Jess. Have fun at band rehearsal at your church. I appreciate you coming. Thank you so much. Tina says, see you, Jesse. Glad you could join us. Exactamundo. You got it. Any other questions? See, I like it better when Sid is on the phone right there, so then I could say, now you talk, and then I could just let her talk, and I could have a drink of my Diet Coke while she keeps the show going. And I just wait for her to stop talking, and then I say, I appreciate your subscription, Jess. Thanks. Callan. Yep. I'm going to stick with Jess. Who's that girl? It's Jess. That's from a show called New Girl, of which I did finish. That ended a few years ago. So I did finish that one. Alrighty. And thanks to everybody that has subscribed. As I said, I got, how long have I been doing this? 3 or 4 weeks. I got 11 months and a little bit maybe to get up to 1,000 subscribers and have 4,000 hours watched. It seems like I'm putting out enough different content. Oh, I was talking about, I do some video gaming stuff and computer repair stuff. And I have 2 music videos from my favorite band Thrillcat in there that I personally filmed on a VHS camcorder in like 1993 in Virginia Beach or a town near there. I have a miscellaneous playlist as well. I have a bunch of stuff on there. So, and the idea is to keep doing it. Some people get millions of views from, and of course this doesn't translate to that many hours until you start talking about millions, but the new shorts on YouTube. So I'm going to be trying to make one of those, and like that would be perfect for like saying like, you know, this is baby step 1 and saying a thought or two about it, and then it's over. Like it's like 30 seconds or something like that. So yeah, autocorrect will get you. Absolutely. Anybody else I'm on the Instagram at Coach Steve Money, no spaces. Maybe I had too much Diet Coke today. A little bit gassy there. Only on this end though. Keep psyching myself out. I need to call you like H. I'll just call you H from now on. That'll be awesome. If Bill, she says, if Bill keeps coming with new accounts, you would get to 1,000 in no time at all. That is true, but he took away his 2 or 3 subscriptions. He took them away. He unsubscribed. And when I said that earlier in the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, I said, Bill giveth, and Bill taketh away. The 4 thumbs down are all Bill. Yeah, is that today? Is that on this stream right now, or is that on a different one? Yeah, I'm disappointed in him too. I mean, he actually after I hit him from the chat, basically it's called hiding from the channel, and basically they can still watch and listen, but they cannot type anything in the chat. And so he was on another account, and he came in this chat and said, I unsubscribed and I unliked a bunch of your videos. And then he said, can I participate? That doesn't seem like a good trade for letting him participate, for him doing that, does it? Sydney asked if he's the only one that... It seemed like a lot of people were blocking him, Sid. So, yeah. He keeps asking us to ask you stuff. It's annoying. Yeah, hopefully he'll... Tina, if it's a different... sometimes he will have the same... He would have different accounts and then change names between them, so he could actually have the name from one account. He could use it on another account. He could change his name on the other account to be the same name, so you could see the same name on there for that reason. H thinks she hasn't blocked all his accounts, but quite a few. Sydney says, see, if he came in and acted like a normal person, we wouldn't block the new account. No, we would wait until until he does something billish. Tina, it's because queens are generally lazy, and maybe you're expecting your steward or something to block it for you, maybe that's why you haven't blocked him yet. So it says, but he keeps acting like a child who was told we don't want to be friends. Yeah. And I think I said this I don't think I said it in here. I think I typed it in the Ramsey Show chat. It's like, I wish somebody I wish a girl would be into me that much as Bill is into me. He may have an account where he acts normal that we don't know about, says H. Yeah, he Jess, they have some auto block stuff, so if you use the wrong word or wrong phrase that YouTube doesn't like, it will just not show up. It'll stay on the screen for you until you refresh, and then it'll be gone. If you refresh, it'll be gone. But it will never have shown up in the chat for everybody else to see. Yeah, I have hashtags in there's a tag portion of each video where you put in your information, or where you like fill in the description. If you go down more, it's got a space for tags, and I put them in there. Sid said, we're talking about Bill. It's the Bill catch-up hour. He said he was really popular in another chat, but it must be a more childish theme if he keeps the same attitude he has here. Well, I believe it's that Rick and Bubba, or Bubba and Rick chat, which is another redneck thing, I'm assuming. So that probably would be more commonplace there. It would be everybody would be doing that kind of thing. So yeah, the admin can choose to unblock the comment. Yeah, if I know it's well, no, that's not true. I don't get to see it live. Jess, I didn't get to see it live. It doesn't give you a chance to see it live and say, oh, that's okay, and then that's okay. You would have to just find out what the word was and okay it, or the phrase. Yeah. All right. I'll add some in my description. Thanks for the tip. Right. They have a whole blocked list, and their blocked list you may not be able to do anything about, since it's YouTube deciding it. So I didn't make a personal one yet. So there's nothing that I personally blocked in here. No phrase or anything like that. Like, I know the Ramsey Show YouTube channel. I know they, like, for example, they would have blocked. Why am I blocking on his name now? Chris. I'm losing my mind. What's his name? Everyday Millionaire. Chris. What is it? I can't believe that he taught almost all of the Financial Coach Master Training. Yeah, Chris Hogan. Geez. Yeah, right. You couldn't type that. A couple people got around it by putting spaces in between the names. And of course, our favorite way to get around that is to type the letter A in front of the things. So it would be Chris Hogan. We did a lot of masking during the COVID, during the pandy. So, yeah. What are you wowing me about, Tina? Oh, that I forgot Hogan's name? Yeah, if I had thought of Sparkle Bear, I could have probably remembered Sparkle Bear, but I was just trying to remember. I couldn't remember it. Getting old. There's only so much space in the old hard drive, and the more Ramsey stuff that goes in there from the training, I guess stuff has to go out. That's right, memory loss in my old age. That's why I may have to come and live in your walk-in closet there, Tina, one day. So keep that place nice and don't get ants there. Alrighty, well, what is that? That's 55 minutes, so that's probably good. Hey, again, I apologize. You would think I would do something about the times. I apologize, though, for them, where I just say chat, type in something for me to talk about. You think I would have other stuff? I do so well. I had all the things that I talked about. I had those early today, and then I got sidetracked by stuff. And then I looked for some more stuff and couldn't find it. Put some alcohol on that. Reminds Sid of the obsolete robots in Futurama. You know, I never watched Futurama. Oh, great. I'm glad we stayed on because Bill is back. Everybody can relax now. Everybody will be able to sleep tonight because Bill is back. I was going to say earlier, it wouldn't surprise me if he has an account that he doesn't type on just so he can get into any chat where this happens so he knows what's going on. Wouldn't surprise me. Your sub doesn't make up for the ones you unsubbed, Bill. Yeah. Yeah, Sydney said he does, Steve. I'm sure he does. Yep. Well, Bill, quit being a troll, quit being an ass. And then, and stop trying to get attention so much. Just be in here, participate. If you have a legitimate question, don't ask the stuff that you do sometimes, which is just to start shit. And yes, I said it. Don't do that. Like under other name, like today wasn't that you? Now you're gonna be honest, right? Wasn't that you that asked me who made me the king of the chat? You're fine, Sid. You can if you don't swear during the first 10 minutes of it, I think you're fine. Was it mean? Oh, you didn't ask me that? That was somebody else? Okay, well, I blocked that person too then. All right. I think so. I think so, Tina. Because, I mean, it often happens where, like, he will stop typing under Bill, and then he'll come in under another name and start typing. But anyway. So, yeah, well, thanks, Bill. Hurry up and ask a question, Bill. I'm going to wrap it up. That's who crowned me king. No, I wasn't crowned by anyone. It's my birthright, Tina. Yeah, instead of saying I got a question or can you ask a question, what you could do is just write your question down, and then it wouldn't be a waste of my time as much. So, what's the cheapest city to move to? I don't know. You know who knows that? Would be the Google. I would suggest you Google it, sir. All right. So once again, that is Coach Steve Money at gmail.com. Email me for a financial consult assessment. And right now, the next, I guess I got 2, so 3 more people will get an additional coaching session if they need it. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And also, make smart financial decisions. And if Sid was on audio, she would say every day.